Hey everybody, today is Friday, which is Free Ride Friday. Every single Friday, we give away a free ride, a free lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. So make sure you hang on to the end of the episode to see if you won this week's free ride. To enter our weekly random draw, just leave us an iTunes rating and review. We do a random draw with everybody who's left us a review, and every Friday somebody wins a lifetime membership to over 180 video lessons, interviews with experts, workbooks, our private Facebook community, a whole lot more. It's our way to say thank you for showing us love on iTunes. All right, guys, let's jump into today's episode. Hey-o! Welcome to the $100 MBA Show, the business podcast. It's not about raunchy banter. It's about results with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online over at 100mba.net. And in today's lesson, you will learn how much should you follow up. In business, we're always communicating, we're emailing people, we're calling people, we're trying to make connections, we're trying to cut deals, we're trying to close deals. Whether you're trying to partner up with somebody to do a promotion, or you're selling to a client, or you're in the services, you're always communicating with people. And sometimes they don't communicate back. They don't return your phone calls or they don't reply to your emails. And as an entrepreneur, you ask the question, should I follow up? How much should I follow up? Is one reply back enough? How much is too much? And when is it enough? That's what we're going to be getting into in today's lesson. So roll up your sleeves. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by SumoMe. We've been using SumoMe for the past 2 years, and we absolutely love it because it's the best tool for collecting email addresses, growing your email list, building traffic to your website. I was just looking at our stats earlier. In the last 3 months, SumoMe alone, just the app on the website, has collected over 3,000 emails for the $100 MBA. Best of all, you can get it for free and have it free forever. Just go to our special link, 100mba.net/SumoMe. That's 100mba.net/SumoMe. So how much should you follow up in business? It's a very interesting question because we all have a different level of sensitivity when it comes to this. Some people will not follow up at all because they just feel like, oh, I don't want to push them. I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to seem desperate. And then you have other people that don't mind following up 10, 20, 30 times. Seriously, there are people that do that. The first thing I want to say to preface this is when you don't get a reply from somebody, whether it's a phone call or an email, it doesn't necessarily mean they're not interested or it's a no, whatever the request is. In fact, in my experience, I found that most of the time, a lack of response or a very late response is just due to the fact that they're very busy. People are busy. I know you're busy. I know I'm busy. And I know sometimes we feel like, hey, even though I'm busy, I do reply to emails. Everybody has a different standard with this. Some people feel like it's okay to reply to an email a week later. Some people feel like, no, I have to reply to an email within the day. Some people reply emails within the hour. The point here is that you can't just assume everybody treats email or treats phone calls the same as you. A lot of the times people do not reply or don't return your calls or whatever it is because they are just in the middle of something. They're very busy right now. It could be with work, with business, and it also could be personal. They could be traveling. They could be dealing with something with their family. They could be sick. You know, life is very unexpected. There's so many things that pull us into different directions. So I like to start out with that because a lot of us, we take this very personally. We take it personal when somebody doesn't reply and we feel like, oh, I have to follow up. This seems like I'm very needy. When often that's just not the case. The case is that they're just busy. And not only are they busy, but everybody's got a different standard when it comes to replying. Some people have no problem with replying to something 2-3 weeks later. And for them, that's just business as usual. And for you, that might be, wow, that's a long time to reply to an email. Same thing with a phone call. People can wait 3 or 4 days, maybe even a week before they return your calls. So just keep that in mind. People's standards are different. All right, next. We also have to agree that you have to at least follow up once. I know this sounds crazy, but a lot of people just feel like they don't follow up at all. Like they'll send an email to somebody. If they don't get a reply, they will not contact them again. They just feel like, hey, they're not interested, forget about it. No, you're leaving an opportunity on the table, and you're not also giving the person on the other end a chance. You're not giving them the benefit of the doubt. It's very possible that they've missed that email. They just didn't see it, or they got a flood of emails and they just didn't get it, or it went to spam, or went to promotions, or whatever. So in every circumstance, you should always follow up at least once. And it could just be a simple short email replying to your original email and just saying, hey there, wondering if you got my email below that I sent a couple days ago. Really interested in hearing from you. And then give them a little bit of an out with a one-liner saying, if you're a bit busy right now, just let me know and I'll follow up later on. By doing that, you allow them to give you like a one-liner to saying, hey, I'm traveling, or hey, I'm really in the middle of something right now. Thanks for your email. I'll get back to you later. Or please get back to me in 2 weeks, whatever it is. By giving them a little bit of an out, a little bit of a way to just quickly reply to you and say, hey, what's going on? It helps you get a response, right? To get some contact. So that's an easy, really quick first follow-up that we all should do, no matter what. So when it comes to follow-ups, I like to stagger my follow-ups, and this is especially true with email. So let me explain what I mean. If my first follow-up email is 3 days later from the original email, my next follow-up email is going to be a bit longer. So each follow-up, I allow more time to pass. So I recommend to have a second follow-up, but maybe a week later from your first follow-up. Again, you can keep this short and sweet. Hey, just checking in again, wondering if you had a chance to read my email. Let me know how I can make this easy for you. Again, give them an out. If you're busy at the moment, let me know. I can follow up another time. Show them the benefits of what you're trying to do with them. Like, all I need from you is 10 minutes of your time on a call. I will do all the editing, whatever it is, if you're doing a show or you're doing an interview. Or if it's a business transaction, say, hey, I just need you to show up to this webinar or to send out this email. Or I just need 5 minutes of your time to explain all the details. So as you can see, the second follow-up is a week later from the first follow-up. It gives them an out, but it's a little bit more aggressive. I don't want to say aggressive, but it's a little bit more forward, saying, hey, this is all I'm asking for. Let me just clarify. Maybe I wasn't clear the first time. And it's getting to the point a little bit. Now, what do you do if you still get no reply after 2 follow-ups? At this point, you have to ask yourself a question. How important is this connection to you? How bad do you want to do this business transaction or have this person on your show or whatever you want to do or collaborate with this person? How important is it to you? And I like to use a scale from 1 to 5 to keep it simple. If they're a 5, you should keep following up. But if they're a 1 or a 2 or even a 3, at this point, you may want to just take a pause and follow up later on. But 1 or 2, if it's not super important to you, maybe I just want to wrap it up now and say, okay, I've given it my best shot. I gave 2 follow-ups. That's pretty good. Let me move on and try to follow up with other people that are more 4s and 5s. So let's keep going. Let's say they are a 5 or a 4. My third follow-up is usually a little longer now. They haven't replied to me, let's say after the first follow-up or the second follow-up. So it's been almost 2 weeks now since my first email. I like to wait another week or so after that. And now this email is a little bit different. It's just a bit lighter and it has really nothing to do with the original email. And it's more like just like, hey, I'm just reaching out, seeing how everything is. Really proud of your work, or you're inspiring in this way. Let me know how I can help you. Or I would like to help you in this way. Let me know if this is cool with you. This is just a very light email. This is almost like we're taking a couple steps back in terms of the content or the ask. And this is just kind of taking a step back and say, let's build some rapport first, or let's just get a first step where they actually reply back to you. They acknowledge your emails and they get back to you. So this is my third reply. It's a little bit lighter, and the whole intention is I just need a reply. But what if you still do not get a reply after that? Do you keep following up? Well, I'll be sharing my answer and my advice right after I give some love to today's sponsor, Weebly. Guys, I mentioned before on the show that I've been meaning to create my own personal website, but I've been putting it off because I just feel like I don't have the time to sit down and dedicate, to design and code a new site. But recently, I learned about Weebly. With their easy drag and drop interface, you can create a beautiful looking website in minutes. In fact, I got started and created my site in less than 15 minutes. You can check it out over at omarzenhome.weebly.com. You see, Weebly was created for people with the courage to start their own business like you and I, but don't have the time to sit with a designer or a coder to code a whole new site that can take weeks, sometimes months. You don't need to be a web designer with Weebly or a coder. You simply use your drag and drop feature to quickly build and publish your site in minutes. I was really impressed by the wide variety of professionally designed templates you can start out with, and all the themes are mobile friendly. And you can truly customize it and update and change your site at any time you want. This is what's awesome about it. You are in control. You don't need to call web guy or anything like that. And now you can join over 30 million people who already use Weebly. You can get started for free. So now you got no excuse to build that website. Just go to Weebly.com/MBA. That's WEEBLY.com/MBA. Build your beautiful website in minutes with Weebly for free right now. Again, that's Weebly.com/MBA. So still no reply, what do you do? Well, I'm a big believer that if something is not working after a few times, you need to try a different course of action. If this person you're trying to contact and do work with is a 5, is a really important person in your book, then you're going to try to keep following up in a different way. If they're not a 5, you can move on to somebody else, or you can just say, hey, I tried my best. Maybe they'll reply one day. Maybe they'll get back. So what do I mean by a different course of action? Well, try to find out this person you're trying to reach. Who do they know? Who are they friends with? Do you have any mutual friends? Who in your network can make an introduction for you? Do they have a product where they are present in? Say, for example, they have a course and they have a mastermind group inside that course, or weekly calls, or a Slack channel. Is there a way for you to get some time with this person? Even that means buying their products. Are they speaking at an event? Are they going to be on some sort of webinar? The point here is that you got to think of a different way to reach out to this person. Maybe email is not the best. Maybe they're not good with email. Maybe they have an assistant and emails like this are just kind of moved on to the side. Look at other ways, other strategies that you can get connected with this person. If it means enough to you, you're going to find a way to get connected. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. This was an interesting topic because I know it's a tough question. I've been there so many times. Should I follow up again? So I created sort of this formula to help myself and help you guys out as well. Today's lesson is over, but the episode is not, because it's Free Ride Friday and I got to give away a lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. Let's see who won this week's free ride. And the winner is Michael L. Galvin from the United Kingdom. Like a shower, I recommend it daily. 5 stars. High quality business content in just 10 minutes a day. Bite-sized bites of business wisdom to accompany washing dishes or preparing lunch. Homer's energy is infectious. I find the 10 minutes I spend listening to his show raises my energy levels and my knowledge. Thank you, Omar and the $100 MBA crew, for a quality piece of broadcasting. Thank you so much, Michael. That means a whole lot to us. Thank you so much. And welcome to the $100 MBA Training and Community. Your mission is to email us at support@businessrepublic.net so our team can hook you up with the lifetime membership. Guys, we do this every single Friday. All you got to do is leave us an iTunes rating and review, and you enter our weekly random draw to win a lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. Guys, thank you so much for being such awesome listeners, hitting the subscribe button so you get all our episodes automatically. We're well beyond episode 600 now. And with the podcast apps, they only show you the last 300 episodes. So you're missing out on over 300 amazing episodes if you don't hit subscribe. All right, guys, before I go, I want to leave you with this. Sometimes when it comes to following up, we got to put our ego aside. We have to realize that, hey, this is just part of business and people have busy lives, and we just got to keep on trying to do things because that's just the practice. That's what people do in order to get results. I know that sometimes it's damaging to our egos and the way we feel about ourselves when we have to keep on replying and no one replies back. But that's okay. That's just a rite of passage to become a great entrepreneur. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode, Q&A weekends. I'll see you then. Take care.